Hi everybody, welcome along to Recanto Da Alvorada from Connects Modding, brand new map. We're in Brazil. First time doing the South American map. Now, I have not looked at anything on this map. I've seen two short previews from Oxy, just showing off some of the stuff on it, and that's it. So we're diving in here cold. And we're diving in to see what we got and what we have. I have not looked at anything at all. I presume this is our farm. Okay, let's have a look. I did jump in to see. We only have one field. That's it. I'm just curious as to what we have. And we have one single field and a bit of land around the farm. So, yeah, that's all right. Look. Anyway, yeah, new series. Starting day one, it's only out. Map's probably only in Mod Hub about an hour. I have done no research whatsoever on the map apart from just seeing those two short clips he had. One was kind of a map tour, which I was busy doing other stuff while he was doing it, and I can honestly say I don't know too much about it. What have we got equipment wise? No idea. Come on. Here we go. So we have a white tractor, 160 horsepower. We have a planter. We have a combine, Claas Evion 450, and a cultivator. And is that it? How do we open the second door? Must be a way of opening it. Oh, there you go. They open one after the other. Okay. So we've nothing else in the farmyard. We're very basic what we have. We've a diesel tank with nothing in it. I get myself 100 grand. Don't ask me where the rest of it's gone. We have a field with nothing in it. It's only 1.4 acres. So we're kind of starting off with little or nothing. We have a planter, we have a cultivator, so we could put something in the field. There we go, fertiliser spreader. So we don't exactly have absolutely nothing. We have almost nothing. We have a shed over here that looks like a silo that has seen better days. I know there is some rebuildables on the map. A few bits and pieces. I don't know whether that's one of them. We'll find out. My first question is, will the combine fit through that gate? I don't think so. So, what's the game plan here? The game plan here is to explore the map, to actually learn what's on the map, to buy fields, expand, start with the equipment we have. We've 100 grand, which isn't a lot. It's going to mean some contract work. There is some there. What have we got that's of any interest? Fertilising, spraying, wood transport. Must lock them off. I don't tend to do them, so I turn them off using the better contracts mod. Settings. We're on normal economy. Nothing untoward about what we've loaded in. Normal economy, traffic's on, 3-day months, the usual. Periodic ploughing. Disaster destruction is disabled. Just annoys me. I turn it off. Fuel usage should be on normal. I set this on Farm Sims game manager, so I didn't exactly look at everything I was clicking on while I was setting it up. So I just kind of breezed through what I normally go through, and that's probably why I'll need to do a deep dive into the settings. Better contracts, let's get rid of them. Wood transports, I don't do them. This is one of the main reasons I use this mod, is so I can turn off contracts I don't want to do, like wood transport. We leave the dead wood on, and we won't do rock destruction. Will we leave dead wood? Yeah, we leave it for now. And yeah, so what are we going to do? I suppose what we should do is look at the crop calendar. See where we are, because it's a totally upside down crop calendar because we're in the southern hemisphere. So we can sow canola now. We're not going to do that. I'm interested in all the ones we can't do. Black beans are next month. Coffee beans, we've missed the planting season for them. What have we got coming up? We got the usual Napier grass. That's a new one. I'm just looking at what's new. peanuts. We missed the boat with them. There might be a harvest contract to try them out anyway. And that's basically it. So I think we're going to wait for black beans. I think that's the thing we'll do. This field probably needs ploughing, does it? Needs ploughing. Of course they need ploughing. It's not a very big field. Do we own anything past this? Is this kind of the boundary road it is? It would have put a map on, wouldn't it? Yeah, who owns this land here? It's just wasteland. Or can we buy this land? Or is it part of another field? Is it part of this? No. Part of 61. It is part of 61. And prices. Yeah, if we're thinking about expanding, 138 going to cost 190. It's going to take a little bit of work to get some of the fields here, but can't have it everywhere. So, yeah, we're going to aim to do contracts. Now, this has 3,000 hours on it. That's handy, isn't it? Needs repairing. It needs everything. If this is 3,000 hours on, the only reason for that is for is so that you can't sell the equipment and then make a killing on it. Whereas the combine has nothing on it. Now, why? Is that on? Why is it on? I turned off automatically start. Planter, 90% damage. Tractor, 90% damage. I'm not a fan of doing that on maps. I don't see the point when you've limited start machinery in doing that. But that's what they chose to do, so we'll run with it for now. It's worth nothing if you try to sell it, but it will work, if you know what I mean. It's not like we can't use it. We can use it. The tractor needs diesel and it needs repairing, and we don't have a trigger. So we're going to have to get this repaired, or we won't be doing an awful lot of work in it anyway. It's out in the yard. Anyway, let's see. What are we going to get up to? What can we do that we haven't done? Harvest black beans. That sounds like a plan. Do you know that? And we're going to take the equipment for it because we don't have a trailer. So we're going to do that. We're going to jump right in. We're going to do a contract and see how this goes. So I get the gear up to the field. I haven't done anything with black beans. Let's see. So basically we're going to be doing a few contracts until we get our feet and get going, because there's nothing we can do. And we need to get a plough. We need to sow our fields, our field next month. Okay, so we're going up to field 70. So just looking at the map, let's bring up the big map so we can see roughly what way. So we're coming out here. There's obviously roads leading up onto that road there. Okay, so we go left and then right and then up, and there we go. Okay, let's see. Can we find our way up here? Then I'll get the combine up and we'll get started on. So it looks like a really interesting map. When I've seen the couple of videos that Oxy Gaming done, I thought, you know what? That kind of piques my interest as my first endeavour into a South American map. I haven't played any before apart from BR 162 or 3, whatever it is, and I didn't play it for too long. I wasn't recording on it. Yeah, this is actually just here. We don't have to go too far, so that's a plus. That's it there. We're just going to park this out of the way here, and we go back and get the combine. So a nice Lexion 6900, or as we say, 6900. So we're going to be doing some contracts until we get some money together. We could have came in with $1 million in the bank and bought loads of stuff and loads of fields and all that, but I want to kind of just give a feel for what you get when you start from scratch. It's limited what you get. Hands up now, I will probably change the hours on that white tractor just so that we don't have to get rid of it. sooner rather than later, and it's not costing us an absolute fortune on repair bills. And I knew that was going to happen once we went in underneath and the camera clipped down. I said, right, I'm going to hit, when I tried to turn it, I'm going to hit something. And now I've made a complete mess out of it because we have a header trailer that is, of course, pivoting. We'll get it back. No, we won't. Yes, we will. No, we won't. See, once you go slow, it's not too bad. I'm still going to catch the building. Need to get the combine a bit further away from the building. Not very driver-like. Anyway, let me get this on the field. I'll bring it back in. Oh, first crash nearly. There you go. That's what happens when you talk and drive. Now, I promise I didn't run into anything on the way up. It literally took me 30 seconds. So, we're doing black beans, first time ever. I know some people have done them on modded maps. Fairly decent sized combine for this. And off we are. We're off and running. Yeah, just starting with start equipment, starting with start farm. 100 grand in the bank, not an awful lot. Haven't looked at the second hand market to see if there aren't there. We need a plough to plough our field. We'll run with what we have for the time being. Even if I was to think about taking a loan, we'll have a look at that in a minute. I've got the enhanced loan system model loaded. There seems to be loads of tracks leading up and that. It'll be a bit of fun finding a way around the map, and it'd be more fun trying to work out the calendar because we're in the southern hemisphere, and really looking forward to spending a bit of time on this. I've been waiting for this to come out since I saw the first brief preview of it. Yeah, these days I don't tend to watch previews at all because I think they tend to spoil maps sometimes. Then if you see too much, it's willing to give us 315,000 of a loan. There's a thought. We might do that. We might take a loan on the enhanced loan system. I was expecting that to say 100 grand. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Am I missing out on something on the map when I go to our farmland? Like, when I go to her, that's all it's given us. I'm not missing out on something else, am I? I'm not. No. How much is our farm worth? I don't know. Where's the sell thing? Yeah, the value of the farm, that's why. It'll give you the value of the farm, and then the value of your machinery kind of barely comes into the equation. It's more the land and the money you have in the bank. So it's doing the combination of the land and the money when it's working out how much it's going to give me. What does this look like? It looks very much like, what you call it? Like canola, a little bit darker. Yeah, I suppose. For a moment there, I didn't know what button to press. Yeah, this gives off straw, obviously, you know what it'll do, what I normally do when I'm dropping on a field. I won't drop straw when I'm doing a contract. I normally just chop it up, spread it out, otherwise you're driving past the field for the next couple of months until there's work done in the field and the swats are sitting in the middle of the field. So, South America, Brazil. We have a few extra crops, black beans being one of them. We have our coffee and we have our, I've already forgotten. We have our black bean, our coffee beans, and our peanuts. That's the main one that I'm looking forward to seeing. I've loaded up whatever South American mods I have on the that I've downloaded and not really used. Are we okay to jump into the second-hand market? We are, yeah. Let's see what's coming up. All the usual stuff we don't want, really. It's not giving us anything unusual. No, there's nothing unusual there. And I'll be honest with you, we're not going to use much of this stuff that is there. That's one of the South American ones. that was released today, and I'm probably in a bush now. You get loads the first time when you use the extended mod, and then it tapers off. Right, we'll make it around to empty in the trailer. Yeah, we're going to do our best to, well, this is empty, and I'll jump into the market, the proper market, and show you the gear that I really want to use on this. Yeah, we'll leave you there for a second. And all the time I'm playing it, and I keep jumping into the wrong. If we go to the likes of our cedars, we get all the Stara gear. This is all South American. So we're going to try and stick with that. We're going to try and stick with what came out with the map. Or like some of these came out as part of the download package, and some of them were other mods that were there. They might double up because they might have been different modded, or they might have had them out before and then they brought newer versions out and that. So we're going to basically try and use stuff we haven't used before. That's kind of the game plan, just to do something different. And you know what? I'm going to do a second handler, and I'm going to change this, since we kind of, it's a small enough field, we get through quick enough. So I'll work away. I'll get this in the trailer, and we'll have a look at the sell point when we get up there. We'll get up there. I'll probably bring you in driving up, and we can have a look around the map as we drive up. Distance from where we are, it's not too far away. Yeah, it's only a standard size map, so that's not too far away. But I'll bring you back in for that, and we'll. The whole thing this is our first episode, and it's going to be more doing a couple of contracts, having a look around the map, see what there is, see what money we can get in the bank. I'll decide then whether we're going to take a loan and buy a few bits and pieces, maybe buy another field close to us. Although if we borrow 300 grand, we're not going to have much change out of that when we buy one field. Although we've two fields there that are, we could possibly buy two fields, and maybe that's going to eat up all the money if we were to borrow it. Even that is too, because it's got a lot of forest land as well. So we'll have a look. We might just buy one field just to give us something extra, but we're not going to go mad. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. Let me get this in the trailer, off the field, and then we'll have a look around the map on the way up. Just finished this field, loading up, and then we're going to head up and deliver it. Okay. Yeah. Fold it up and let's go. Where are we heading for? Let's see. So we come out of where we are. Where am I? I'm lost. We head down for the main road, and then we get lost again. You know what? Let's tag the place. I'm just looking to see what we had in productions and that. There's a couple bits and pieces. Nothing. I need to sort my store in so that the mods that are in are not in order of value. I'm trying to refrain from loading up a whole heap of mods. I tell you what, I'm going to go this way. I know we can go out onto the main road that way, but we'll go up here and we'll turn right, and then we'll go out onto the main road, and we shouldn't be too far away then. So yeah, it's a nice map, the way it's laid out. Nice ununiform fields and roads and trails and tracks, and a nice mix of crops. And we're going to do quite a bit of exploring on it without going absolutely mad with money or anything like that. Oh, whoa. I got there first. I was looking the other way, and then I just glanced at the other side of the screen and seeing it coming into view. I blame it on the MB3 tractor, the brakes are bad. So there's the obviously a grain mill down there. I didn't look to see what came up. What was it saying? Warehouse number 4. So nice rolling landscape, not all flat. You wait for maps to come out, and then all of a sudden you get a rush of maps which are kind of pique your interest. Another one which piqued my interest, the Pennsylvania map. I'm on the right side of the road, I am, yeah. The Pennsylvania map definitely piqued my interest. It's getting an update. There's a slight problem with its save and game saves on apparently on the Xbox, which has already got a hot fix, but Giant haven't released it yet. Are we okay? We're going to hit the roof? No, we're okay. There you go. We got a bonus of nearly 2,000. Our harvest income. That's pretty okay. Just backing it out and just going to park it here. Let's have a look around. So, just to see how everything is laid out. Pretty long grass. Obviously it came up on this. We can buy it. Was it 55,000 or something? Let's have a look. For the farmland, I wonder does that give us the warehouse? There's no trigger that says we can buy it. So I presume if we buy it, that's worth investigating anyway. Okay. Oh, I was going to say where'd our money go up? We didn't collect the contract yet, but we got paid. So on that, it's 4650. So there you go. We have a bit of money. In the bank. We're not broke by any means. I'm going to sell this. Reason behind it, I'm going to sell it is because what I'm actually going to do is, let me show you. I'm going to buy something that came out with the map or the same day. Where's it gone? It's hiding on me now. That. We're going to buy this one. It's 4.7 meters. It needs 130 horsepower. It plants all the same things that the Amazon planter plants, but it is, how should I say, it gives us a new piece of equipment we haven't tried before. We've used that other one several times. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump on my white tractor and I'm going to go down to the dealership with that and do the swap. I know I said I wasn't going to sell equipment. There you go. I'm shooting myself in the foot. I'm not going to sell the tractor or the combine. But the likes of, I've used this before many a time. Is it the exact same one? I presume it is. Hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, it's the exact same one. Now, just to make sure that that's not a new one and there isn't another one. Now, so we're going to do that. We just want to try out the new gear. This is the same planter we got on Le Meshe starting out, so just want to pull forward and empty out our fertiliser and our seed. No point letting that go away. The other one's a direct planter as well. I'm curious, does this fit under the gate? Or do we go out the other way? We can go out the other way if it doesn't. I think it will. Yeah, it will. And now I'm lost. I presume we have to go up onto the road. Where's the road? I'm going the wrong way. Let's have a look. What way are we facing? Ah, yeah, we're below the town. I thought we were the other side. Yeah, we'll do the main road. And we get down to the shop and there's the wild boars again. We get down to the shop and get this swapped over. And I will talk to you again in a couple of minutes. Which will be just in a couple of seconds for you. Okay, let's have a look at this planter. Repair 3,809. Okay. Repaint. Sell. Did that bring that up that much? Let's sell it. Yes. It did. Maybe not. 46,000. Okay, where's our second hand one we're buying? 16. Line spacing. Peanut row spacing. So there's an option we can just change anyway. It doesn't add on, so we can buy that. So we have our planter now to do what we need to do. Okay, tractor. Crazy. Nearly 5,000 to repair. And then with the hours on it, it's gone to damage really, really quick again. Sell. What's it worth? 1,000. Yeah. I'm not going to do anything with that at the moment. I thought there'd be diesel up here to buy, to fuel up. There isn't. Now, it's not far from the farm. We need to get back and buy some diesel and put in the tank, because I can't find anywhere else to buy diesel. I'm wondering, this looks very bulky. It's trailed anyway, so from that point of view, it should be easy enough to pull. Yeah. Okay, we need to get back. We need to buy diesel. And we need to get some diesel into the tractor. I don't know what made me think it was much further away, but it's not. I suppose I'm after being on Forex map all morning, and the signs are clippable, and yeah, oh, that one isn't. Come on. There we go. Should break free. Come on, break free. Some of them you can hit and there's no problem. We just clipped on, just trying to keep in, because when I hit the first one, it just fell over, and I said, right, in case there's cars coming. And there's police warning signs, 500 metres. So, I need to watch the tracks, because the tracks are very much fall off on the side of them. I'm just trying to get back to the farm before I run out of diesel. So we have, I suppose we call it a map-based planter. I'm happy with that now. Just the other one, I don't even know if it was wider or not. I'm looking at this now. I think this isn't going to fit through the gate, so I'm going to find out where the rear entrance is into our farm. That does not look like it's going to fit in that gate. So we can get in up here anyway. There's no problem. Do we have to go through the field though to get in up here? Looks like it. That road goes... We can do a big loop around onto the road, alright. It's still not a road. We'll have to investigate that. So we have a repair station as well as... Just curious. You got a repair trigger there. Or is that for buying diesel? It's for buying diesel. 1,000 litres in. Okay. Be an ideal place to put a repair trigger beside it anyway, so we can do our own bits and pieces. Start filling. Anyway, yeah, what are we going to do? Are we going to just do another contract? I think that's what we should do. And then we need to look, we need a plough. To plough our own field. So is there anything in the second-hand market? Nothing really. I don't want to go with the Lizard MT. Too big. Nothing there so far. we don't need a plough. The only reason we need a plough is to get rid of needs ploughing. So we can sow with what we have, and we can do black beans next month. Okay. Right, let's put this away. And I'll bring you back in a couple of minutes and have a look and see what other trouble we're going to get up to in this episode. It's really just to jump in, see what we have, and have a look around in the first one. And then we start doing a bit of work. I've been thinking about it, and I probably am going to take a loan just so that we can buy another field at least and do some work ourselves. So I think that's the thing to do. Add up the fertiliser. And we're full. Well, you know what I mean. We're not full, but we're full with what was on the ground. So it lowers down when you're dropping off. That's nice automation on that. Okay, give me a minute. I'll bring you back. Right, decision made. We're going to do a bit of work on our own farm, and you need to turn in really slow into these. The tracks are really bad. Yeah, we're going to plough our field, and need to do something on our own land in the first episode. We can't just do contracts and that. We're giving you a look around the map. We done one contract. There is another canola contract there. I was looking at. I was thinking, I'll do that. So we've already done the harvesting. I was kind of hoping there'd be a cultivation contract. Because, just it would have been handy to have one. Now, I don't know how we're meant to get a combine. I wonder if there's no collision in the top, the top part of the gate or something. It just seems unusual. We've no other gate into the yard without driving across our fields. That just seems strange. Now, there is, if you look at the map, we'd have to drive all the way up around. I'll just show you here. Now, I can't even do it with the mouse. We'd have to go around field 138 to drive into our yard with the combine, which is kind of... Oh, go away. I don't want the worker. Which is kind of a bit... not what you'd want to do. I just want to see the soil now when they drop it down. That's why I said, right, let's give it a go. There is stone picking contracts. I was going to say, I wonder is there many stones in this type of sand or sandy soil. We'll get there eventually. It doesn't look like it, so we may be okay. And fieldstone definitely. Hold on, let's just check because, as I said, I needed to check the game settings properly. Fieldstone is on. Now, let's use the mouse because I won't let you go down. Tip anywhere. Goals. Production manager. Oh, no. That's why our repairs were so expensive. Interest rate. Automatic interest rate, yes. Multiple paybacks, yeah, if we do take a loan. Wildlife crop damage. That must default to off because I have it on some of the other games. The other game says I'm doing it on. And I would have thought then it would have defaulted to on, and then maybe it just defaults to off and then you turn on. Yeah, solid texture. There we go, there's our stones. Right, they're red. We got them all right. So what we might do is, when we need to get the stones up off this, we'll do what I usually do, take on a stone picking contract without the equipment, lease the stone picker, and then the contract will actually pay for the lease and we can pick our own stones. Precision farming, I have it loaded and we're going to use it. I might give it a miss for the first year or something like that, just run with what we have. I tend to use it all the time now, so maybe we might just give it. I know the first time I go to spread fertiliser, I will be going No, I need to put precision farming on. It's costing me more money not using it. But just for something different. So, yeah, going through the contracts, a few more have come up, but I was kind of hoping to have something there that I could use our own equipment. There is fertilising contracts. We do have a fertiliser spreader, but as you know, it's not very... it's not great for capacity, so you're not going to get a full field done with it. We'll get our own field done, and even if we don't, we're right beside the yard, so it's not an issue. Whereas I don't want to be way down the map and have no fertiliser beside me. The other thing I know, we've no truck, no car, no nothing. While I say that, let's have a look. We'd have to get a truck. I probably don't have too many loaded up. We'd have to get something like this. We can use as a flatbed. I prefer if it didn't have the sides on it. Box body. I don't have many loaded. You know what? I need to go and have a look at in cars. No. I didn't go mad with the mods and was loading them in, so I may load up one or two just so we have something and we can get a truck and fit the part where we're working. Yeah, this is struggling a bit, and it's because of the damage. A little bit of a hill and the damage combination. Anyway, I got this ploughed up, and I don't know whether we'll be doing much else. We might just have a quick look around at some of the productions and that before we finish up the episode. That's our field ploughed. There is stones in it. I might just leave them. Depends. Now there is contracts there for stone picking. I just went over them. I didn't even look at them. Like, we could take one of them on, lease the equipment, do it, and then pick our own stones. But I'm kind of looking around and saying, is this all the only field we have? And it's not. It's not the only land we have. It's the only prepared field. But let's go up here. Go up and have a look. We don't own this here. This is part of the 3 patches there together. They're all together. That field and these 2 grass patches. 169 or something thousand it is. That's the Napa grass. I don't know how you proceed with that. I'll have to have a look. I never even looked. Let's have a look now. See, we own this land in here. So there is space in here to put another field in. Even without taking the trees out. There's quite a chunk of land in here. Now, let's just have a look. Is there a help menu for... No. There's no help menu. So, yeah, we have room here to put a second field. As I said, without even taking the trees down, we could take the trees down and do it that way. So we don't have to. Let's see. I'm gonna put a field in here anyway, because we need a little bit more land, and we don't need to worry about going close to the road. Allow. Drop it down. Allow create fields. There we go. Okay, guys, I'm going to create a field here, which is what I was not expecting. I was just looking around saying, where can we buy? And then I noticed we had all this space up here, and I thought, you know what? It's kind of going to waste. What am I going to do with it? We're going to put down a cattle pasture, and no, not going to jump in and start doing any cows or anything like that straight away, or any sheep or goats or anything like that. Just literally want to go through the crops which are on this map and just see what they're like, play around, expand the farm, and yeah, I think we're going to put a new gate in to the farm up the other end of the shed, up past where you head up towards the field, because we do need a gate to get bigger stuff in. I'll take the combine out and try drive through the gate and see what happens. Yeah, I could take out more trees here and go further back. But we'll leave them for now. It'll give us about the same size, maybe slightly bigger field than we have. Might extend it ever so slightly more. Don't want to go mad when I'm doing the outline and then go, there's things in the way. You'll come back and I've gotten a chainsaw and gotten rid of all the trees. There'll be a massive big field here. Okay, let's park that there for a second. Let's jump into construction and have a look. Yeah, that's okay. That'll work out. Like, it's bigger. Is it bigger? Yeah, it'd be bigger than that field. Ever so slightly. And we can go all the way back to roughly where the cursor is. That's all our land. So, we do have, let's have a look on the map. Just show you what we have. Oh, we can make it really big. Like, it goes right down behind the farm. Let's get out. Let's go walk. Oh, walkies. Through the grass. We get lost. I can't see. Bring up the map. See where we are. What have we got behind the house? Trees and more trees. So we do have, like, if we run all the way out to the edge. Here's the edge. Okay, I think a chainsaw is going to be in order at some stage anyway. Alright, at least I have something to work with. Anyway, right, before we finish out, let's go have a look and go and visit the coffee bag factory. Now, where are we? Okay, pretty simple. Much is it to buy? 210. So I presume it's just load in and then we collect. Coffee factory, visit. We're inside. 265 to buy. I'd assume now we can't get out. Oh, we can. Fair play. They gave us a door to get out. Normally you go into these buildings, you're stuck. And we're in the town. So that's close by. Dairy. Purchase price. 210. It's okay. In and out. Will it tell us? It won't tell us what's... There we go. Coffee beans, to get them the roasted premium coffee beans. Okay, and then we just bagged the coffee. Grain mill is where we were. Is it? No, it's not where we were. Is it the grain mill? 36,000 is all it is to buy the grain mill. Oh, we have the water mill. Door won't open. So we have a water pond feeding the water wheel. Okay. So that's an option. And it takes in barley, oats, rice flour, long grain rice flour, sorghum, wheat. Okay. And the peanut factory. This is the one that really piques my interest. 210. We have an in point, an out point, I presume. I wonder, do they open? Can you go into them, or is it just... You find out eventually, and you make peanut bags. And then the sawmill is the Miser sawmill, so familiar with that. Okay, and to buy this is 150,000. Okay, and it's in sawmill area, so there we go. We have just a few productions. I'll do some more investigation before the next episode and see what we have in the line of, is there anything in the build mode specifically for this map. Usually it comes up at the end, and I didn't notice anything at the end, so I think we have everything that's there. They usually come up down at the end. They're not coming up in alphabetical order, but they usually come up down the end when you have, although that's the dairy for here. So maybe there is. That's the coffee factory. Yeah, there's just a few bits. And then we have our normal base game stuff. As I said, I don't have a whole lot of mods loaded up. Just coming into it for the first time. I didn't really want to load in too much. And yeah. So there we go. That's our first dive into Recanto Da Alvorada. Recanto da Alvorada. It'll take me a while to get used to this, but I will get me tongue around it and start pronouncing it correctly. Going to continue on this, going to do a series on it. Don't know how long it's going to be or what exactly we're going to do. We're going to build around this farm anyway. Want to do the crops, the peanuts, the black bean, and forgotten the other one already. Crop calendar. What was the other one? We have our peanuts, coffee beans, and use the equipment that we have for them, because there is specialized equipment for doing them as well. And that, so we're going to dive in. We're going to give it a whirl, and we're going to see where we get. But for now, in the first episode from Recanto Da Alvorada, that's it, done and dusted and in the bag. And I will see you for episode 2 pretty soon. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the like button and leave a comment. And I will get back to you in good time if you leave a comment. For now, until the next time, all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye for now. Until then, bye-bye.